following thoughts, opinions, and outlandish takes from the hosts are for entertainment purposes only. Sometimes we joke. Sometimes we get passionate. Sometimes we get loud. And yes, sometimes we might even get it wrong. But at the end of the day, we're just talking. Don't take us serious. We are trained talkers with zero accountability. Enjoy the show. Heavy is the Head podcast.
Welcome back to Heavy is the Head podcast. Hey, got a special episode today. It's episode 2.
Hey.
I got a guest with me today, man. I'm going to start off with my uncle here, man. Call him Beatie, part owner of Drinkwell Bar, man. I got Mr. Easy Day down to the far left. And I got Drake ain't releasing the album, so we got Cognac popping today.
That's for all the dogs episode today, man.
If he released the album, he probably wouldn't be here.
Yeah, right. For all the dogs, man. We be doing it for all the dogs.
Hey, but we got a really good episode for y'all, man. This is episode 2, second episode of the new year. And let's start off with our toast, man. Everybody, y'all at home?
Hey, say, take a shot with us, man.
Shot with us.
Take a shot.
Yep.
Cheers,
Turn
folks.
up.
Cheers.
I don't know who made mine, but
Like, comment, subscribe.
like, comment, subscribe, man. Heavy is the Head podcast. Check us out on YouTube. Let's get it, man. We start off with the Crown of Clown.
COC.
Man, I gotta start with Druski, man. Druski, y'all know how he do, man. He got crazy skits, always popping up with something crazy. He had Whiteface the other last year, man. This year he kicking it off with a pastor, like a celebrity pastor type parody, where he coming down from the rafters like Chris Brown.
Hey, man. Mega churches.
He got on Prada or Christian Dior or something. He got on a whole bunch
He
of
was stepping in blood, man. He was
Blood of Jesus.
blood of Jesus, man. He got the blood of Jesus
I'm a
on
Christian.
his feet.
Yeah, so
Hey, man, I gotta ask a question.
Yeah.
How did Druski get so famous? Like, he just popped up out of nowhere. Like, he not in no movies. Like, how did
You know
he just
how?
all of a sudden?
You know how I
he
got
just-
famous?
How you got famous?
Drake.
nah, is that real though?
The Laugh Now, Cry Later video, I blew him up when he was in there with OBJ.
That's probably actually
That actually
Yeah,
blew him up.
I mean the timeline track.
Because I had never heard him. Then all of a sudden he was just like on everything.
was
Like
just
he on
like,
the NFL
yeah.
celebrity basketball game. I'm like, where this dude come from?
That blew him up right there.
Yeah.
Because he was small, but then he got in that video.
I guess Drake.
Shout out to Drake. Shout out to Drake. Man.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Drake do some things right. I can't hate on him, man. He's successful. Man. I can't hate on him.
Thank you.
We
Thank
got
you.
the
Better be your
Crown of
nephew,
Clown.
dog.
We got Druski, man, doing some clown stuff, man, or doing some crazy stuff. I don't want to judge it, but what y'all think, man? Y'all think that it was appropriate, or y'all think that laying off the religion type stuff is the way to go?
He wasn't talking about God.
I actually, just from my point of view, when I watched the video, I kind of took it as he was just making fun of these pastors who be pimping their crowds. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of pastors do some stuff that you be like, man, that's wild.
Yeah.
You know, like that one pastor that told the people he wanted 1,000 plus 1,000, and the lady bought 1,000, and she gave him another 300. He was like, no, that's not what I want. So he kind of like clowning these pastors who be on some crazy stuff that I don't believe have nothing to do with God. It be their personal gain.
For sure.
Yeah.
So you got him. You saying that's cool? Then you giving him a crown?
No, clown.
Or a
Yeah,
clown?
I kind of give him a crown and a clown, you know, because
Oh, you gotta pick
it
one?
is.
No,
You gotta pick one.
Pick
Are
one.
you cool with it or you
Yeah.
not? Clown if you not cool
I
with
gotta
it.
crown it.
Crown if you cool.
I'm cool with it because he's
Okay.
just exposing them that they be on some BS.
All right.
So I'm giving them the crown.
I agree
Cognac?
with him. Yeah, Crown, man, he just like making like fun of them, and they getting people on the internet saying he up there talking about God. He's not. He talking about the pastors that's
Facts.
pimping, like you said,
Facts.
pimping the organization, just getting all the money while people in your crowd struggling to make bills and all that stuff. They driving a Phantom and all the best cars, and people struggling. So he just making a light of a situation that's really going on in our community.
I feel you. Mr. Easy Day.
No, man. No. He is talking about God, too. He only thing talking about, I got the blood of Jesus on my feet. That's why I'm wearing Louboutins in the beginning of the thing. Like,
But that's how they be. Remember that one
Yeah,
pastor
but-
came to church with a
y'all-
Cybertruck. He went
whatever the pastor is doing wrong, I don't know who, Cybertruck, lock the doors for the money rate, like, all that's wrong, right? Like, joking out is still wrong. That's planting God face to me, too, right? Like, all that junk is crazy. The skit, too, same boat to me. I can't excuse it because I'm like, hey, I'm making fun of somebody doing something that's wrong too. I think the God thing for me is that's just too far, right? Like it's almost like we were talking about the streamers who mess with the kids. Like it's just some jokes that's like that junk. He get a clown for me, bro. Like the Jesus jokes too. He get a clown just like these other pastors doing the same thing. All clowns. I don't condone that.
But the reason why I didn't give him the clown is because he's a comedian. and he's not trying. It's not like he's really trying to be a pastor.
Deliver the word, yeah.
He's just making a joke of pastor who play on the sympathy of people.
Yeah,
You know, because all that, I'm raising money for Africa, for this and that. You know, we hear pastors do stuff like that, and then you say, where did that money really go? Like, did they really do it? He was really making, to me, not making fun of Jesus, but he was making fun of what pastors do to get money out of their congregation. Like the mind games they play with their congregation to get money.
Them niggas clowns too, though.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, so we got 2 crowns and we got 1 clown. I know Mr. Easy Day, he been deep in the Bible this year, y'all. If y'all haven't known, y'all follow him, man. Follow him. He has been he been on a journey to read the entire Bible.
Deacon Easy Day over there.
In 1 year. So, you know, he probably didn't take it personal. So.
No, it's not even that. I just think it's some things you just don't joke about, right? Like,
I'm with you. And I'm going that route, too. I do feel like it is some things that you do not joke about. I preferably thought it was funny, but at the same time, in the vein of people that are looking up to folks, man, I wish, what I would say is Druski is a comedian. Do what you want to do, but I wish there was more people pushing the right agenda behind the Bible that, you know, we could be talking about something other than the jokes and stuff that he's doing. So that's the only reason that I am going to tie it up and give him a clown, because I wish we had other stuff to talk about more than just the jokes and stuff like that.
So you know what to do, man. Y'all got to go in the comments and break this tiebreaker.
let us know, man.
Let
I'm
us
trying to
know,
think about
man.
Druski, man.
For real.
So, but we need to take a break, man, producer, because this thing is full. All right, man. So we're going to wrap that up. Fans in the chat, please break the tie, man.
Let us know, man.
Who is it?
Let
Is
us know,
Druski
man.
a clown? Is he a clown for that shit?
Clown.
Hey, blood stepping in the blood
All right.
of Jesus.
Second crown of clown, man. So Jacksonville ended up losing. Man, it was a great playoffs this weekend, man, if y'all was checking it out. But Jacksonville ended up losing a tough game. And the reporter, Lynn Jones, a Detroit native, by the way, she said some pretty uplifting stuff to the coach. She just kind of said, keep your head up. You did a great job this year. Look forward to you coming back next year. Just a lot of positive things, but didn't ask any technical football-related questions. Didn't, you know, as you might expect a reporter to say, hey, what went wrong and what can you do better? She didn't ask him any questions. She just kind of said her piece, and that was it. And ironically, or somehow people on the internet are saying she was unprofessional. She didn't do her job as a reporter. She was just a fan of his and not really deserving of that role. But she's been doing this for a long time, man. I heard she interviewed or had interviews with like Barack Obama and some other notable figures. Yeah. And so she's been doing it for many years. It's not like her first rodeo. And so I'm just curious, man, what y'all think when y'all heard that, when she stood up and kind of spoke to the coach. What was y'all thoughts, man?
I'll go first. I loved it. Like, I loved it. I appreciate her positivity. Like, I don't know why we got to this whole, like, news reporters got to be negative or attack you or bash. She was like, yo, she gave the dude probably some words that he needed to hear, right? Like, after probably getting you losing, like, I like what she did. Like, you got to say, it wasn't like she was a brand new, this is my first day journalist. Like, I wouldn't have looked the lady up. She's like running the last black-owned or black-ran paper. She got all these publication awards. Like, I think she did what she saw fit in the moment. And shit, I like that. It's a positive message to me.
Yeah, so giving her a
crown for sure.
Crown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Crown for sure.
Beatty.
I watched it and I was kind of mixed feelings towards it. And I was like, I wasn't mad at it because I've seen, you know, reporters say, hey, you know, good season. You know, we're looking forward to next year, what you could do with the team. You know, to me, I just felt like she gave him his props because Jacksonville last year was trash.
Man.
So she gave him his props for, you know, taking their team from the dumps to they was playoff and Super Bowl contenders.
Look good.
Like
They
had, people was like, Jacksonville got a team that could make it to the Super Bowl. And, you know, she kind of just like, you know, thanked them for bringing Jacksonville back from the dead. And I didn't see anything wrong with it. But, you know, she could have gave him them props and then said, you know, like, well, what are you planning for next year to get you over the hump?
Yeah.
You know, I understand why they say she did because it's a sports interview. Why she didn't say anything sporty to him. But I understand, you know, she just gave him his props for, you know, bringing Jacksonville back from the dead.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you know.
Crown the clown.
I crown her.
Okay. Two crowns.
Yeah.
Hey, third crown. It was like a feel good moment, man. It looked like he was about to cry. It looked like he needed that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The team looked great. Like I said, they went from the bottom of the league, a laughing stock, to a great team. They was playing great. And I felt like he really needed that. You know what I'm saying? His first year as a coach. And like, I felt like she spoke life into him. And like all Jameel Hill, us was talking down on her, all other Reporters talking down on her, and they started backtracking once they figured out, she was a black woman. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we can have some positive in the sport as well instead of always being negative. And after that, I heard the coach even gave her some stuff like she get one-on-one interviews now. The personal reporter for the Jaguars. So it's a positive, man. She get a crown. You need that, man. That was a feel-good moment.
Yeah, because y'all hear the question before that?
I didn't hear it.
If y'all watched the whole thing, Buddy was like, you feel like a failure? I mean, you failed, right? You guys lost the game. Like, Buddy was just going at him. So I'm like, that's where she cleaned it up at.
Yeah,
if you watched the whole thing, it was like, damn, it's still a good season. Like, you didn't get to where you needed to, but nobody expects you to come this far.
Nobody.
Like, I don't know who bet on the Jaguars to be like, yo, y'all look good. So that's why she cleaned it up. That's why he looked like he's about to cry, because they was digging him.
And I think that's a testament to some people. Some people just have that gift to where they can sense things. And I think that's what her response was, because people did follow up with her after and say, hey, the fan and people in general are kind of like, in outrage about the way you approach that. And she stood on business saying like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I chose to say those words in that moment. That wasn't an accident or anything like that. Like, that's what I felt was necessary to say. And she went on to say, there is no script to what you're supposed to do in those moments. She said that you get to do whatever you feel, in that position, you get to do what you want to do. And she said, that's what I wanted to do. She said, she wouldn't take it back or anything.
She should.
And I gave her a crown, man. Just short and sweet.
You got to remember, she might be getting some backlash because she is a black woman.
Of course.
Oh, for sure.
In sports.
Of course, because that's why Jamil Hill backtracked after he realized she was a black woman. Like, oh, shit.
Which was crazy after everybody backed her.
Yeah. Like, come on now. That's why we say don't just jump out and speak until you got to do your research and look
at all the facts, man.
Get all the facts.
All right, next one is a Cognac Boy.
Who?
We got Trump.
Nah, that ain't my boy, man.
That
ain't my boy.
Hey, we got Trump visiting Ford. Not
city,
too far
man.
from Detroit. He was over in Dearborn. I ain't calling that the city, man.
Thank you.
But he went out to Dearborn. He's visiting Ford, man. On the way out, apparently somebody was heckling and yelled some stuff that he did not like. And he decided to say, fuck you, and put up the middle finger as he was walking out. A lot of people like that from a president, say, shows he got balls and shows that he's a people person, or, he's just a normal person. Other people say that's not presidential, man. So what y'all got, man?
Clown.
Crown a clown. Mr. Easy Day, quick clown.
Ooh, you like me out here.
Clown.
All right.
I got to clown him too.
Just
Because my thing
role,
is,
right? He's a president. Like you, it's the same thing we keep for other people. Like when you take a title or position, or you can't act like a regular person. I don't care who heckled you. I don't care what the UAW, what was the UAW president who got fired? I guess flicked him off first. Like, bro, we can't go tit for tat. Like, you look like a child. You embarrassing us. Like,
just think if that was a Brock, man, they would have crucified him in the media.
Bro.
Man, they would have crucified him. They had him on the cross today.
I'm gonna keep it short, man.
They're gonna try to impeach him.
He a clown for that.
I call it clown on both halves. The guys who heckled them, I don't agree with his tactics, but he's still the president. You have to have a certain amount of respect for him. And if that was my company and you hollered that out from being one of my employees, I'd have fired you on the spot. I'm just saying, because you couldn't say nothing like that to a union rep. Or
you can, because you're in the union.
You know what I'm saying? But
you can say it.
But you're going to get suspended. So he deserved to get suspended. And he deserved to get suspended without pay. And then I look at the president's side of it, and I'll be like, you're the president. So why are you flicking somebody off? You got to hold yourself as a higher level, and that's why Trump gets so much backlash, because he acts like a grown kid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. To me, he acts like people say he's racist. I don't think he's racist.
Oh, man.
You know what I think he is? I think he's a rich, spoiled baby who don't care about anybody who don't got money.
Okay.
Because back in the day, he was with Muhammad Ali. He was with Tyson. He was with all the celebrities. All the black celebrities loved him. Yeah. And he's gotten to this point where he's just a rich, pompous. I hate his pockets, guys. He's a pompous ass. Okay. And he don't care about people that don't have money. I don't think it's about him being a racist. He don't care if you're a poor white, poor black, poor Mexican. He don't care about poor people.
That is
true. So you got him on that. So you got clown on both.
Clown on both.
You got clown.
Yeah, I don't really care what the people do. I do feel you on the whole
we're on Trump, so clown.
Yeah, clown for him, but I do feel on with the people they should act a certain way, because this is the same thing we want people to do for Barack, right?
But they didn't though. That's why I don't care they act that way.
Yeah, here we go with these two wrongs. Everybody just keep acting crazy.
They called that man everything out of his name, man. They
all right,
called him a
you've
monkey.
been waiting. What you got, man?
Yeah, man. I ain't used to going last, man. I really don't like that.
Don't go last.
I did it on purpose.
I ain't gonna be last too many more times over here.
We know.
Hey man, they say sometimes the last end up first.
Oh man, but no man, like I said, I give old
I
boy.
don't like that.
I give Trump, he get a clown because like you got to be a president. You know what I'm saying?
At all
Like I
times.
said, if Obama did that, they would have crucified him. But now they praising Trump for doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like his little cult following. Everything he do is no wrong to it, and that was wrong to giving that man that energy back. And he called out the guy for doing it. I feel like hey, he could do what he want to. Cause like I said, they called Obama damn near every name under the book, damn near a monkey, and they didn't condemn them for doing it. So you know, so
you cool with the dude saying whatever he
yeah,
said?
hell yeah.
You just don't.
And you see, he got to go for me up there, buddy raised.
Bringing in
You know what I'm
6
saying?
figures on one of them.
Hey, you know what's funny though?
The racists get fired and they raise the same
you
amount
think
too.
that this president we got, because he's so childish, he probably is sending the IRS after this guy for the GoFundMe. He's
yeah.
gonna send the IRS.
The
after,
funniest thing I
tax
thought
on
of,
his
like,
money.
they're going to probably suspend him, but like, I don't think that's going to be the end of it. I think that at some point we're going to get a report out that my man has been let go.
If he in the union, though,
Almost
you really
definitely.
can't.
I understand that part, but I feel like this isn't the end of it.
I don't know,
you know
man.
what I mean?
The
This is
union-
the president, and he is
true.
King Petty, and I just feel like
the thing is, the union the union vote Democrat. 'Cause I'm in the union, so they don't back the president. So
They don't got
Listen,
it.
it's not even about presidential or
Yeah.
nothing like. I mean, it's not even about elections or nothing like that. I'm just saying Trump knows a lot of people and has a lot of influence.
ain't
And
get
when
fired.
people start calling and talking and money starts moving, stuff starts happening. That's
And see,
all.
now, what it is
that's all I'm
they
saying.
not
And he
gonna
the type of
fire
person
him.
that's gonna pursue that. Like he gonna be back at the White House. Like, yeah, oh boy, I need
Call
him out of
somebody.
here.
This nigga
Yeah,
gotta
I
go.
need him
You
out
know
of
they're
here.
not gonna fire him for that, but they're gonna be writing him up for everything he do. If he 2 minutes late, he's getting
That's-
right up.
that's how they get him, 'cause you
That's
can't-
how they get him.
you
They're
can't
gonna
get
just
him for
start
anything
building
else.
up a paper trail on him that this is why we let you go, not because of what
Not
you
because-
said,
yeah.
because
That's how
you was
they get
late
him.
this day, or you called off this day,
'Cause you
or
can't
your
fire
wife got
regular.
sick and you took off with it and you called in late. It's gonna be all type of things
You
that they bring up
underperforming
on.
now, yeah.
underperforming.
all of a
you
sudden-
ain't- they can't fire him normal because he in the union. So
Yeah.
that's one of his saving grace. But they gonna be getting him. He got a target on his back for
Yeah,
sure.
he
now.
got a target on us because it's Trump, man, and he is petty, and this has been a big headlines. And if that guy get that money from the GoFundMe and he come back to his job and he starts just talking shit,
Talking cash.
it's
But-
gonna be. It's gonna be a
But
problem.
one thing I do know about companies that companies got loopholes where if they say you done something that's detrimental to the company, you know, they can let you go, even if you're in the union. Because we have guys that went on Facebook and said stuff about the company. We a union, they let them go
Oh, yeah.
because they
Oh,
said
yeah.
it
True.
was.
They,
They
do.
said it was
They have let him
detrimental.
go, but the union, the union still got him. He'd be fired for about a year, but they'll bring him back.
Yeah,
He always come back.
Yep.
Because the union, the only thing the union do was bring you back.
because the union wants you paying union dues.
Yeah, that's what it's saying. If people get fired, they be gone for about a year, but they'll come back.
All right. So we
I'll be back
got
then.
we ended it with
Yeah.
2 unanimous because I'm gonna go with a clown just on the whole presidential thing, man. I get it as people, you know, I'm walking in, we walking in the gym, niggas talking shit, you know, fuck y'all. That's cool, we but,
but
we not presidents, you know. So
Even
it's
certain job
different.
titles, you can't. You gotta act a certain way. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly. Yeah, that's the same thing.
Act
man.
your job title, man. Come on.
So let's get into it. Maybe talk a little bit about football, man. But y'all watch those games this weekend?
Oh yeah, there was some great games.
Watch the game?
Yeah, I watched some of them.
All right, man. What y'all?
Even
What
though
y'all
the
think?
Lions wasn't in, it was some great games.
I was shocked the Bears made that comeback, man.
The Bears, man. That's one of the ones.
It's Chicago, nigga.
That's the one of the
That's
ones-
a little slogan. It's Chicago, nigga.
That's one of the ones that
I bet against them niggas too.
it stung a little bit because
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson, man, and Mr. Dan Campbell go for it on 4th down all the time.
You see, man, that's the mastermind before. That's the one who was winning for us, Ben.
That's what
Ben
it feel like
Johnson,
now.
like,
That's what it
But
feel
y'all know
like.
that's what they said though, right? We started losing when Dan Campbell started calling the plays. Ben Johnson, I guess that's why he wanted to leave because he said he was coming with the scheme, and then Dan like, no, we ain't doing that. Well, obviously this nigga knew what he was doing because
Definitely
look
knew
at
what he was
Chicago.
doing,
Got
man.
Caleb
Like,
Williams
they
out
was
there
nowhere
with him.
near. Just y'all talk about Jacksonville. man. Chicago was like nowhere near becoming.
Williams
But
like
you
a
know
freaking
what? But
star
no,
right now,
that was
bro.
at the
It's
bottom,
crazy because you know a lot of people say Chicago was trash, but Chicago last year they had 7 games that they lost within one score, like 3 points, touchdown. They was just couldn't get over that hump.
Okay.
They just got a coach that can get them over that hump.
Yeah.
You
Play
know,
callers, man.
And I gotta admit, I was rooting for Chicago because I don't care
like
who.
Green Bay.
I'm not rooting for
You
Green
ain't
Bay
rooting
no
for no
matter
true
what.
cheese
I
head.
like Green
I
Bay,
can't
bro.
do the cheese
I fuck
head
with
for nothing.
Chicago,
It's like rooting for Ohio State, and I know somebody here at this
Slow down
podcast
now,
do.
slow down now.
There's somebody here at this podcast
And
that do.
you call him out. Everybody know who he is, man.
Slow down now,
Go-
man.
Go blue,
I
baby.
ain't talking
Go
about the guy. I ain't gonna speak on that guy with the dreads, but you know what I'm saying.
Go Bucks. Hey, ain't no shame. Ain't no shame. Go
The
Bucks,
Ohio
man.
State University.
The Ohio State, baby.
But
Hey,
yeah,
we still the reigning champs, man. Until somebody win it this year, we still the reigning champs. So What you got to say about that?
That's true.
They out,
That's
man.
the facts, man. That's the facts.
They not in no more.
Technically,
I'm about to say,
Yeah,
is OSU in the playoffs right now still? Though?
no, but we the reigning champs till somebody else win.
They took an ass.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying?
Technically, yeah.
But yeah.
They took that same ass whooping that Drake took from Kendrick.
Oh man, how you get over there? Hey man, who guess is this, man? God damn. Who guess is this?
I called this shit back up,
What's going
though.
on, man? Don't worry about it. I do the editing, so don't worry. I ain't worried about that.
What happened to
Damn, they got the damn. You put the little. Hey, got the little.
So hey, it was a good weekend of games,
Man, you better
man.
put some Drake on there, man.
No, that was cold blooded. That was cold blooded.
What happened to that clip?
That was cold-blooded. Hey, it was
It's gonna be
a
muted.
great
We
week
gonna
of
be seeing
games,
us laughing.
man.
No, I'm muted.
One of the surprises I have coming out of this weekend, I want to know what you guys thought was surprises. I think we talked about Chicago, but the Eagles. Chicago.
Chicago.
I still say that?
Yeah, you did.
Damn. Chicago. I'm just going to trademark that shit.
Chicago.
Hey,
It's Chicago.
but the Eagles,
nigga.
man. The Eagles losing to San Fran. I didn't expect that coming in the first round. I didn't think San Fran had enough to beat the Eagles, man.
AJ Brown, man.
I did.
AJ Brown dropping those balls was crazy.
I
No,
did.
you know what pissed me off?
I mean, like the Eagles ain't been consistent at nothing all year. They've been squeaking by a lot of teams. You know,
They
been
have been
horrible.
squeaking. Yeah, they've been.
Yeah, they've been like
The run game
they
been
was
trash.
winning, but they've been like squeaking by. They ain't beat nobody convincingly. You know,
They wasn't running over people like they was last year.
Yeah.
It was barely. So I wasn't shocked they lost, to be honest with you.
I was shocked they lost. I didn't think they was gonna win the Super Bowl, but I was shocked they lost to San Fran. That's all I'm saying.
I was shocked too.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. San Fran had to run trick plays.
Yeah, exactly.
And what's crazy, what pissed me off about that game, I'm like, damn, San Fran ran the same play that the Lions ran against them. That didn't work. They fuck around and scored a touchdown for it. That double reverse in that pass, I'm like,
Yeah.
so y'all in our playbook.
And y'all
They
played.
said-
I'm a
shit.
Lions fan, obviously, right? So I'm like,
We scared them to death last year.
Bro,
Like,
it's like,
them niggas-
we shoulda won,
we
though.
shoulda
and
won
beat,
that
and
game.
beat ourselves. So watching them beat the Eagles with the plays that we probably taught them just pissed me off.
They
shoulda
bro.
won that,
These
man.
bitches
We was
out in the
won.
playoffs next year.
Bro.
We should have won that, man. I was mad about that.
That shit was
Yeah,
crazy.
still
Going on the fourth down instead of kicking the field goal, but that's last. That's
Man, so back to the Lions, man. We didn't make it. We see Chicago doing well with Ben
Chicago,
Johnson, man.
nigga.
No, I'm sticking trademarking that. Do we get rid of Dan?
Absolutely.
Is it time to move on?
You got to go.
Is it too
give
soon?
him one more
Give him
year,
another
man.
year?
oh no, you
You
know
know
what?
what?
It's hard to say get rid of Dan because we had so many injuries. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for any coach to win when you got 16 of your starters on IR.
We
You
had the
know what
same
I'm
thing last year, though.
Yeah,
quick.
I'm saying, but then
Even
that's,
more so last year. To me,
and-
we had more because Hutchinson was hurt last year.
and you got to think about that's why we got waxed in the playoffs
We made
because
it to the almost to the Super Bowl, though.
no,
That was the year before.
round one we got
Oh.
out of there.
That was year before, yeah.
You know,
you're right,
round
you're right.
one we got out of there
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we
yeah.
lost to Washington because
Yeah, it was Washington last
injuries
year.
just
My bad.
teams start saying, okay, they got too many guys who don't know their playbook.
Yeah,
And
okay.
we can put it
The
out
Lions
there.
can't
on them.
handle a scramble of quarterback either.
Yeah, we can put it out there on them because we got safeties and linebackers who really don't know what's going on. They had guys that was working at Walmart starting. I'm serious. That one guy, what he say he was at Walmart, he got a call from the Lions, and he's starting in the playoffs. He ain't played no NFL games. He didn't win 17 games without playing, so you
Somebody
put him in there. Yeah, he come
Yeah, he
in
was
there
hurt.
in the playoffs, and they say, go start.
Throw
Come
at
on,
him,
man.
they said throw at him all night.
Yeah, throw at him all night.
Put
Throw at
Prime
him
out
all-
there. Put Prime out there, baby.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Ray, that was like them calling you from this podcast talking about some man. You used to play in high school, man. Come be our starting DB. You know,
Throw
you
at
ain't
him-
played
hey,
in
throw at
5
him all
years.
night.
I put the seatbelt on him, man.
Hey, kid getting beat up there 20 yards, dude just dropping. Keep putting the seatbelt on him. Got that nigga on. Got beat 20 yard nigga just dropping. Seatbelt on his ass.
Lock
Got
up
that
AJ
nigga
Brown.
strapped
I like
up.
that nigga. Man.
Nigga got cooked off the line of scrimmage. Nigga just dropped the ball. He like, yeah, nigga. It is. I can see you doing.
You going there and practice prime time, baby.
Exactly, dog. Got the dreads coming out the helmet, everything, looking
Man,
like.
coming out like Dion, dog, everything.
But you
got
gotta look at
University
that.
of Miami.
The Lions. You gotta think of this. The Lions not only had injuries, they lost all their coordinators. They lost their defensive, their offensive coordinator. So on top of injuries, they playing with a whole new system. You understand what I'm saying? And you need guys like Brian Branch and those guys
Branch
that
was
went
getting
out
cooked too,
to say, hey, get
don't
these
know.
guys, get these guys here.
Branch was getting cooked
I
too.
love Branch, though. Don't do
That
Branch
nigga was
like
getting,
that.
he be
dog.
getting cooked.
But you
out
got to
there.
admit, man, Brian Branch is one of the best coming up to stop the run safeties in the league. Period.
That's real, but I need you to stop
And,
the pass, nigga.
That post ain't doing nothing with it, though.
I need you to stop the pass, nigga.
But you got to think,
Yeah,
he
getting
got put in the
cooked out
position
there.
that he wasn't supposed to be in. Because what's the guy, Kirby Joseph?
Yeah.
He got put in Kirby Joseph's. That's not his
That's
strong
not his
point.
spot. Yeah, that's not his
Kirby Joseph is a ball hawk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We need ball hawks, nigga.
Yeah,
Really?
so you got a
Shit,
guy
that run,
who...
But here's the
we
thing,
don't-
though, right? We can stop this. Whose job is that? Whose job is that to fix that, put people in the right position, load manage? Whose job is that?
Was that Aaron Glenn? What was our defensive coordinator?
But on top of
It's
that,
about Dan Campbell.
whose
We tryna-
job
we
is
tryna
that?
It's
put
not
the
Dan
head
Campbell's.
coach.
It's not the head
It's
coach.
true.
the head coach.
It is. It is.
It's the head coach.
I give it to the general manager because you got to have players. If this player go down, I got another player that can step
It's a
in
coaching
with
job. It's a
experience.
coaching job.
General
Yeah.
manager, ain't- once the season start, he ain't looking at
That's
the
the coaching job, bro.
But the general manager bring the players in.
true.
You understand what I'm
But they
saying?
get hurt, man. I don't know how to like. It might be the coach because they might be overtraining, man. I don't know. Them niggas be getting.
They
hurt
need some.
like
y'all
a
need more
motherfucker.
But no, but
walkthroughs.
you
Nigga, y'all
gotta
nigga
look
practicing
at-
too hard.
Yeah.
No,
But
you
think
know,
about
some kill
that.
each other every
Sometimes
practice,
think-
bro.
Think about all the players that got hurt on Green Bay, the Lions,
Well, I know
San
because my
Fran.
fantasy, I was on
Yeah.
backup all the way through that.
It was like, I don't know. You know what I think it is?
Everybody was hurt. Shit.
I'm gonna
He
tell you
was.
what
I
it
like-
is. Artificial turf. Artificial turf where your foot might slide in grass, it sticks in artificial turf. So that's putting a lot of pressure on your joints.
Yeah.
And most, if you look at a lot of teams that had injury, was artificial turf teams. Like Jacksonville didn't have a lot of injury, they play on grass. Green Bay didn't have a lot of injury, they play on grass.
I do think they need to get rid of artificial.
And I
turf,
think
though.
the artificial turf, because what it is the teams up north got winter. So they try
It's,
and
yeah.
substitute for the winter and get a dome stadium, but
They should have dome stadiums up
put-
north. I feel like
you put the risk of that. Because if you ever know, artificial turf ain't on nothing but a piece of rubber and
dead
cement.
cement underneath. That's why
Yeah,
they get them
cement.
concussions too. They
Yeah.
getting hard hits. You're getting concussions.
Hey
because they hit
man,
cement.
this football, man. Y'all gotta get
Dan gotta
stronger
go.
craniums or something like that.
It's
man.
Chicago,
I
nigga.
give Dan another
y'all got,
year.
Y'all got
One more year?
Montgomery. Y'all got Montgomery staying with the Lions, man. Y'all want to keep him or y'all want to get rid of him and just feature
I
Gibbs?
think we should keep him, but he probably want to get up out of there.
I think they should get rid of him.
He got to
Get rid
go.
of him?
It's not because he's not talented.
Right.
It's because he's 1 year left on his contract. And do you want to really lose him and get nothing?
You could trade him
Because
after
right
a year.
now he's marketable. You know, he's proven that he can be marketable. So you could get draft picks for him. You can get a player for him.
I don't know,
And-
man. It's hard for a running back. Look how many good running backs out there.
Yeah, but it's so many teams that don't have good running
Who?
backs. You know, everybody. There are a lot of teams that ain't got good running backs. You know, he
Man.
could be good on a lot of teams
Who?
like the Raiders. You know, he could be good.
They
you know,
got
and
Aston
then,
They don't need an
and
Aston
then he can go to a team that's up and coming that need that backup
there's so
guy.
many running backs.
Like Christian McCaffrey. They
Yeah.
need a backup for him. He get hurt
They got
every
Brian.
year.
They got Brian Thomas.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like the
Commanders.
Lions. I feel like
Keep
the way the NFL goes to me, you need two really good running backs. And I
Nowadays,
feel like
you
the
need two.
Lions
It's-
should try
get rid
to
of that
keep him if
workhorse
they
stuff.
can, at least for one more year. If you keep Dan Campbell, I think you try to keep this group as close to what it is, but you do need to get the secondary.
We should hire.
stuff.
What's that? Dolphins old coach that got fired, Josh McDaniels. What's his name?
Yeah,
I hired him because he ran with two running backs. He could get back how
yeah.
they was with
Yeah,
Sonic
I
and
think
Knuckles.
you
'Cause
do
need
need
that.
to
You
try
need that
to
change of pace because
change
Gibbs
it up,
at the
yeah.
wow, like Gibbs bouncing out to the outside, bouncing out to the outside, bouncing out to the outside. You need somebody to go through the middle. You need to change it up.
They're gonna kill you in the chat, man. Gibbs do
Yeah.
go through the middle, man.
He definitely do,
They
bro.
go-
but still,
But
you need that change.
I
but-
think you do.
You
I
need
think
to,
it's a better skin. You can run it a little bit more because with golf, I feel like with protected golf in prior years is we ran so much we only use golf sparingly. I feel like in this year we try to rely a little bit more on golf to manage the game as far as
we
throwing
need
the
another
ball.
quarterback. I'm
And
gonna be honest with you.
I feel like if you're gonna keep golf, you're
We
gonna
need-
really need to
we need a
use both
scrambler.
Montgomery and Gibbs.
We need a scrambler.
You know, it's funny. A lot of people say, "Oh, we need a scrambler. We need a scrambler." But to be totally honest, how many scramblers has really won Super Bowls? They really don't win Super Bowls. Tom Brady wasn't a scrambler. Peyton Manning
Not-
wasn't a scrambler.
them
You know, we
outliers,
got
though.
Patrick Mahomes. That's one. He won.
I
But-
feel like Hurts is not a thrower.
He's a runner.
I feel like he's more of a runner than anything.
But you know, Hurts won when he threw more. You know what I'm saying? He didn't win scrambling.
But
he
you gotta-
scrambled
he-
when
I think he did
needed
pick
to.
up
But-
some first downs.
but y'all
Yeah,
gotta-
he did pick up
He
some.
did his he
but you
scrambled
gotta,
when
you
he
gotta,
needed
you
to.
gotta, you
You gotta
looking
respect
for. You
that
gotta
from him,
respect it.
too.
That's what's
He's
right.
a dominant runner too. He's not like he's just like
ain't like a Pat Mahomes. Like
He's
he,
not like Pat Mahomes.
like Pat Mahomes a thrower.
That's what make him a better
Yeah.
passer. I got to cheat up to watch you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when Vick got better throws, right? I couldn't say that Vick was a phenomenal passer,
But you gotta
but I got to
respect his
respect you
run.
to play close,
Then
which
he
means knocking, dump it
I
over your
don't, I
head.
don't know about that. They said Vick could throw from end zone to end zone.
he could.
Sure.
Vick threw some dimes. Like he threw some
he
bombs.
threw some nice balls. Yeah.
But his
You
receivers
know.
in Falcon, Atlanta was terrible. They'll hit him in the numbers and they'll drop it.
Yeah.
But when he
Like,
got with
he threw-
Deshaun Jackson, that's when they was catching it.
He threw some bombs and he was accurate. He was pretty accurate. He was like a good thrower and runner. He was like the ultimate threat.
I think we was more worried about him running though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But defense, you just had to prepare for that.
They need a player like Pat
if you
Mahomes.
put the safeties too far back and that offensive line don't get to him and he get a gap, he
out.
gone.
Yeah, he out.
He out.
So
And
y'all want to get rid of Montgomery?
I don't want to get rid of him, but I would get rid of him for trade value.
That's hosting right there. Nigga.
I would get rid of him
that?
for trade value.
That's good hosting.
For trade value?
For trade value.
That?
Yeah.
Keep him.
Yeah,
I say
I'm
keep
trying
him.
to get safety.
I say keep him.
I'm trying to get
We
something
need
else.
something in the second.
We got how many drafts? Man, we got a lot of. We go get through the draft, man.
I know people want to roll up Hutch too, but I feel like we need somebody else on the line too.
Hutch be doing
Yeah,
that.
I feel like
opposite
secretary.
side.
Hutch do that one little spin move, man.
I ain't Hutch.
Hutch do
Hutch did his
Nah, he
thing,
tripping,
man.
bro.
Hutch,
but
he drive in spin move, drive
Nah,
spin
don't-
move,
no,
man. We need
bro.
somebody like
I just
Miles
feel
Garrett.
like our line is just not complete.
We need somebody like Miles
need to bring
Garrett.
Sue back,
Michael
man. Where
Parsons
you at,
got.
Sue?
They traded Michael Parsons for a bag of chips. Maybe we could have got him,
I can't
man.
believe we didn't get Michael Parsons.
Come on,
You know,
man. Hutch all he do
what
is
I
a spin
don't like-
move.
That's crazy.
What I don't like is our general manager always be like, "Oh, we're gonna win with our guys." It's cool to have your guys, but it's also always that one player that takes you over the top. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying sometimes you got to spend your money and say, "I got to get this superstar player."
Yeah.
Like Michael Jordan had Scottie Pippen.
Oh,
but
man, you about
Dennis
to go into
Rodman,
MJ? Let's get
but
into
Dennis
basketball.
Rodman took them over the top, being that super rebounder that gave Michael Jordan 5 more shots a game. You know what I'm saying? And they could put him on the best guy.
I got you. I got something for you. Since you're talking about that, we're about to get into basketball. All right. We're going to go straight into this one, man. Who do y'all think is more likely to get ejected, man, first? Rasheed Wallace, Draymond Green, Dennis Rodman, DeMarcus Cousins, Dylan Brooks, Meta World Peace.
Metal World Peace.
Boogie cousin. Boogie.
I'm going Ryan Artest before he's Metal World Peace, bro.
No, Ryan
Ron
Artest really
Artest.
he didn't flip out like that. Boogie
Oh,
always
man.
Did y'all not see Malice in the
No,
Palace?
Boogie.
Malice in the Palace, bro.
No, that's that one. That's that one.
he
You
going
go
to
to.
know what?
Boogie.
But
Boogie.
Malice in the Palace really wasn't his fault.
I
Like
said
it wasn't his fault, but you know, because he's physical.
He went into the fans.
He went to the stands, bro.
I said, but that's one incident. But
I'm going with
He
Boogie.
ain't just throw the drink back on him. He
I
went in
gotta
there
go.
and
I gotta
hammered
go with
niggas.
Boogie and Rasheed Wallace.
It's Boogie because Boogie
got
had the
one,
ball in
y'all
his.
got one, y'all
He
got
got
one.
he got the ball in his hands and he get fouled. He was always talking junk. It was Boogie. It was Boogie.
Boogie, I feel like he gets
I gotta
targeted.
go with Rasheed
It's not a
Wallace.
tech. It's not a tech. It's
Yeah,
the first
what's
person to get ejected.
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 Boogie.
Yes, Boogie. Boogie hands down. Draymond Green get a lot of
Besides
checks,
that,
but he don't get
besides that
Draymond
one
get
instance from Ron Artest, y'all really ain't got nothing else he did. Besides that
Yeah.
Palace of the Palace.
Oh
Boogie,
yeah, no, he did knock.
Besides knocking James Harden
he
head
did
off.
knock
James
James Harden.
What are you talking about?
That's
Yeah,
so
like-
That's so then.
Bro, that's why I'm more likely to get
Who
ejected.
else?
I gotta get
James
you out of
Harden
here. I gotta
up,
get you
dog.
out of here
Well,
before you do that
we
wild
about
shit
to go
again.
with
James Harden up,
if you
dog.
going that, even go
But
Draymond
DeMarcus
for stepping on the
Cousins got through out
chest.
a couple
kicking
of
some-
games.
Who?
DeMarcus Cousins got through out a couple of games.
He
Do
got-
y'all
yeah.
remember when he threw what's his name like a frisbee?
Yeah,
What's my
Boogie.
man for?
He is in high
for
contention right
Boston?
now. I'm gonna go.
I might
Boogie.
switch to go with Draymond. Fuck it. I'm going with Draymond.
I wanted to go with Rasheed when I was preparing this question in my
Ball don't
head. I wanted to go with Rasheed, man, but I feel like Rasheed is in the same category as Draymond. A lot of text,
A lot of text, bro.
but I don't know if a lot of
out.
ejections.
Yeah.
And I don't know the.
Well,
I mean,
that
the
2016
stats is the
year,
stats.
Draymond
I'm
was
just
getting
saying
thrown out.
Who y'all feel like, and it feels like the way
I
y'all
think
talking
Boogie.
about Boogie, man.
Yeah, he
It was
definitely
Boogie.
number one.
Boogie
might
was
be
getting
the
thrown out
Boogie
all the
man,
time.
man.
Boogie, it's got to be either Boogie or Dennis Rodman because Dennis Rodman did some crazy stuff too.
He said some crazy shit.
I'm just saying, if Dennis Rodman did the stuff he done back then, now
Oh,
they
he
definitely
did.
throwing him out.
He got
you
suspended.
flip a guy in the
he
air,
got suspended.
they throwing you out the game.
Yeah.
You know, he did a lot of stuff back
Flipping
then.
air.
You know, they gave a lot more leeway back then. You know, it was a flagrant foul, but they didn't throw you out. The stuff that Dennis Rodman did, like he would have got thrown out of the game in today's
for
game.
sure, because Draymond was stepping on niggas' chests, kicking niggas in the balls.
We
Phantom hit the
got
ball.
2 for Cousins.
Going Cousins.
I'm still sticking with Artest.
You said Meta World Peace, Ron Artest. I'm gonna go with Draymond, man. That nigga just out of control.
No, my nigga Dre ain't out of control. Shout out
Hey
Dre,
man,
man.
Draymond just he roughs up the European players. If you ever noticed that, Draymond is the European player killer, man.
Man, he be getting that Rudy Gobert head.
Man,
dog.
he
what?
he
He
stumped
out there
a guy
doing
in the chest. He is the
Jitsu-
European
jujitsu or some
guy
shit,
He
man.
killer.
did, he did something on that nigga chest, though.
man.
Then jumped off of him.
Nigga kicking people and then look like he ain't do nothing.
All right, one more with basketball, man. Who y'all think? You got a lot of young guns, man, out there in the league right now. I think SGA and Jokic is probably like the top ones for the MVP this year. But I was just thinking, like, who do y'all think is the next up and coming MVP from the young guys? We got Wemby, we got Ant Edwards, we got Cade, and she was my other one that I got. Luka damn near averaging 34 this year. I think like 33.7.
Luka got to be in the MVP running.
He is. Yeah, he 8. I think he like 33.
Luka always start the year in the MVP running. You know, that's got to
we
put
deep in the year though, man. He 33, 8-8. As long as he stay healthy, I mean, that's got to be a conversation.
I don't even know how Luka
and they're like 5th in
slow motion.
in the West.
Yeah, I don't even know how Luka scored because he is so slow. Like it's nothing athletic about him, but he is
I don't understand
unstoppable.
it either. I don't
Who y'all
understand
think,
it
man? Who y'all think is next up for the MVP out of that group?
And I'm rooting for Ant.
It's probably Luka. It's probably Luka.
Ant-Man is putting
I
up
root
some
for
numbers
Ant.
too.
I'm always rooting for Ant.
He like
I'm
28.
always
I'm always
rooting
rooting
for
for
Ant,
Ant.
bro. Yeah.
I'm rooting for Ant, but Luka probably gonna be the next one to win it. They got to give it to. They probably gonna give it to Luka.
Luka got a good chance because he's on LA.
It's the politics.
They get
Luka,
so
I'm about to
much
say, Luka got a good chance with
popularity
the
in
fucking
TV time.
politics.
It's the politics.
Problem.
It's the politics.
Yeah.
Okay.
But and it wouldn't be bad if they gave it to
Politics
him.
is
'cause
Luka, but Edwards
oh boy
gonna
do
get
be
it.
balling. You can't take away from Luka. He do be balling. He's shooting the blood out the ball.
He do that nigga.
You know.
And he get
I
like
like
8 assists
Luka.
and 8 rebounds. Like he averaging that.
I like
That's
that nigga. If he
nothing
was check, if he
to-
was on there, I'll check. I like him up. That's me.
8 assists, 8 rebounds, and he getting you 34 points a game.
You'll lock him up.
Hell yeah, man. Claps.
Fouled out in the first quarter. Fouled out in the first quarter, man.
Immediately.
That step back out of the dance.
Hey, my hands like this. Looking at the ref like, oh, what is that? I'm looking at the ref like this.
And it's funny because I done played with like pro players, you know.
like that
I
nigga.
got a friend for Sean Leonard. He you know, and I done played with him and some of his pro friends. And to us, they look like Michael Jordan. You know, the pro guys. But to the average, like to the pro guy, they just average players. But to us, regular people, all of them look like Michael Jordan. They are the best of the
Over
best.
some overseas niggas at
Shout out to Volshawn, man.
at Lifetime, man. They do. They just like
It's a different level.
it's just different levels. I like checking them too because they on a different level compared to the random niggas that come up there. It's just a better. It's like hooping against better talent.
Russell man that come up from Ohio that came to the gym, one boy that play overseas that y'all had me chasing.
Oh yeah, that nigga was
Bro,
yeah.
tired.
It's like funny because, you know, I grew up with Sean Leonard from a kid, and I always knew he could shoot, but you don't realize how good he could shoot.
Shoot the blood out the ball.
Until you start playing him on the court, and he playing with us, you know.
Ain't
he
serious.
laughing at how easy it is for him to score on us. You know, you just see the difference between good players and NBA players. It's a total difference.
Oh, it's definitely levels.
You know what I'm saying? How
Levels
he
to it, for
push,
sure.
how he move, and
physicality.
the things he do just to make space to get open that we don't even understand
We
as
don't-
just regular players. You know what I'm saying? And I got to give the hats off to him. Like, he was one of the coldest shooting dudes back in the day. You know, in this league, in the league that they're in now, he probably would average 15 to 20 a game, easy. The way he could shoot the ball. You know, I got to give him his respect, you know.
Yeah, I played against Volt too, man, and I would just say very physical. I mean, you don't realize when you think of 3-point shooters, y'all think of like Reggie, y'all think of like, y'all just think that it's an easy game. Y'all think that because they shooting threes that they are avoiding contact. Volshawn is a physical motherfucker, man.
Oh, yeah.
Volshawn is slapping and clawing and pushing and then he just when he gets the ball and he's ready to shoot, it's just he's on balance. It's like nothing happened. You know what I mean? It's like a tornado, and then it's just like calm, boom, knock it down. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what impressed me about him is that I'm fighting for my life to try to, you know,
Bro,
stay
ain't doing
glued
nothing to him. Ain't doing nothing
And
to
then
him.
he just like calm.
He don't even see you.
Knock
I
it
hope
down.
he
But
gets-
he is actively violent and, you know, pushing and doing all that stuff. And you think like you're getting your motor getting run higher. You trying to keep up with him, but he's just still underneath all of that going on. He's just calm, gets the ball, shoots over you, boom. You
I
like,
can't think of this dude's
damn.
name. He was at Lifetime, but he's like a forward in the league. And he went overseas, but like he said, he played laughing, joking. I'm playing him hard as I can. And he pulling up Steph Curry
Fighting for my-
range. He
fighting
pulling
for
up
my life.
Yeah, and he pulling up, just playing around. You bumping him up when he's shooting. He's still making it. So it is definitely levels. So I know DeJuan probably know his name, but it is levels. So I love checking him. Every time he came out, like I want to check him because I know
That's a big vote up full.
he playing. Yeah, he playing around with me, but I'm playing the hardest. Like nigga, you ain't getting this shot off, and he's still pulling up over me.
Because I remember I went to see Vo play at St. Cecilia, and one of the guys got to talking junk to him. You know what I'm saying? When they had the St. Cecilia League. And one of the guys got to talking junk to him. And he was like, oh, yeah, you think you can stop me? You think you Man, he put up 30 so quick. I was like, man, like my man was sitting over on the bench like I should have never said nothing.
Nothing I can do.
You know, and I just saw the difference between a good basketball player and a professional pro player. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to give like them guys their respect because they on a whole different level. They are the best of the best. Well, we may be like, oh, he trash when he playing against certain players, but when they play against average dudes,
They
look like Jordan.
They look like Michael Jordan, you know.
Yeah.
Because I remember I played and I watched Lindsey Hunter play on the Pistons.
They try to see. I ain't gonna lie. I told him about Lindsey Hunter. These niggas started acting like Lindsey. Lindsey
We
that
ain't
guy.
act like nothing. We didn't act like nothing. We just act like how you acting. We act like how you
Lindsey
acting.
Hunter
Lindsey
played
Hunter
with
guy,
Pistons
dog.
and all these guys, he looked like a B player.
Yes.
But against us, he looked like an A++ player.
That's what I'm trying to tell
You
you.
know what I'm
We ain't
saying?
say nothing about this. We ain't say that. We was talking about how you acting. Lindsey Hunter. That was
Shout out to Lindsey Hunter.
Shout out Lindsey.
Yeah, that's my
I came back
guy.
to the corner thing and told me 3 times, like, bro, I heard you. Like, I'm trying to.
No, y'all niggas ain't act like that was Lindsey. That was Lindsey,
Nigga, you was talking. I was talking to Lindsey before I even knew it was
You
Lindsey.
ain't pull your glasses down though.
I ain't know it was Lindsey. I was talking to the whole
You ain't
night
really know who you was talking
until
to.
he finally said it. I'm like,
Yeah,
You
there's
ain't know
a
who you
lot of
talking to.
guys that, you think they be trash, but when you really see them play, like, Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, my man, the 12th Street guy, what's his name? Derek Coleman. When you see them play against regular people, dude, you be like,
oh,
damn.
yeah, we all know his level.
That's
We all
crazy.
know his
What
level.
Brian
That's
Scalabrine
crazy
say? I'm
how
closer to
good
LeBron
they
than you?
is,
I'm closer to Jordan than you.
Jordan to you, LeBron to you, whatever you say. Like, we all know that. Real
and I
We
just
all
be
know his,
seeing
we
them
all know his
guys.
levels because we can just tell when a nigga that played. We like if we hoop, me and you hoop, we a nigga from college or overseas, like we know his levels. Like this nigga got
Me and you who?
No, I ain't like that. Ain't like that.
Hey man, let's
No, nigga, you playing rec ball too, nigga.
Hey, if I was hosting, I went to the next topic. Ain't like
I
that.
don't know. I gotta give it to my nephew, man. He be balling like back in the day.
I know it's family connection. You got to. It's
Some
family.
guys that was like college players.
It's family. It's family. I
You
understand.
remember when you had my one man that was played for Kentucky that came to the gym? When I got to give it to my nephew, gave him fits, man. Like my man left out of there with his head down. I'm like, man, nephew, you should be in somebody college because he was cold. I give him, he was cold.
Look, man. I got a lot of tales, man,
I know
but
family
not a lot of
members.
time to tell them.
Family, I dig it. I can make up stories too. You know what I'm saying? I bring my uncle cousin.
Hey, no, you don't know me.
prime out there. It was really prime out there.
I can
You
bring
don't
my.
know me. If you was trash, I'm gonna be like, man,
No,
my
you would say
nephew
I
was
was trash.
trash.
Yeah, you would say I was
Garbage.
trash. No.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
and that's what honestly, that type of stuff is what makes. I hope people take that to heart because that's what makes the kids better. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
I ain't want to hear them niggas clowning me and shit like that. Like they would literally clown you. If you
I
do some
would've
dumb
clowned
shit.
you.
Like, and I'm just like, nah, nigga, I'm gonna be one of them ones. So I appreciate that, man. Let's get into this.
Let me bring my cheerleaders up here next episode.
Yeah, I gotta bring cousins that watch me hoop.
Strategic, man. Strategic, man.
He did this on purpose.
Relationships, man. As men, what would you say is the best way to handle disagreements with your partner? Hopefully that's a girl for you guys.
Slap the shit out of him. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
We do not condone.
Let's elaborate on that. Slap the shit out of her.
That was just a joke. I don't condone no
We
man
are
hitting a
not, we're
woman.
not Ike Turner and nobody.
I don't condone no man hitting no woman. You know what I'm saying? I know sometimes they deserve it, but I don't condone it. You know what I'm
Can't put the
saying?
disclaimer up, man. Put the
Yeah.
disclaimer up.
But don't worry, we got the
And
Jessica.
their partners can be man or woman too, man. We don't
Cool.
mess around with that. Whatever y'all want, whatever y'all prefer.
Oh,
Here
come
you
on,
go,
stop
bro.
playing.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Whatever y'all prefer,
Stop
man.
Do y'all want me to go first? Because
Yeah,
I've
go ahead,
been
go
married
ahead.
You already
before.
said it. Slap the shit out of her.
You already said it.
That
That was just a joke. That was just a joke. That was just a joke.
I want to hear you elaborate on it.
Elaborate, man.
No,
Elaborate,
that was just a
dog.
joke. But I'm saying,
Slap the shit out of her.
hey, but as you know, being married before and being in long-term relationships, it's hard. You have to have a soft spot because I had a pastor. Shouts out to my pastor Temple, and he told me that when dealing with your wife or girlfriend or somebody that you truly love, how you deliver to them, you have to put it in the basket of love before you deliver it. You know what I'm saying? On how anything, even if they disagree with you, it's how you delay it to them. You have to put it in a basket of love because a lot of times we my way or the highway, but that really don't work in relationships with today's women. That worked back with my father back in the 50s and 60s. Because women didn't have no say. A lot of them didn't have jobs.
Just get slapped the shit out of her.
Yeah, you got women today.
You grandma that look. She knew.
'Cause you got to think about women today. Most of them is making just as much money as us, if not more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So how you speak to them and how you deliver shit, they take it different because they always had that feeling, I can still survive without him.
Well, get your ass
know
on
what I'm
there.
And you just really have to be a little more softer with your delivery, but you got to be firm with it. You just got to be really, really firm with it, and you got to stay 10 toes down on what you believe. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what I can say from my experience. Because I've had failed long-term relationships, I had failed marriages, and I think a lot of my marriages failed because I didn't respect her opinion on a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been out on my own since I was 16.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's been my way or the highway. But, you know, when you in a partnership with somebody, it ain't your way or the highway. It's y'all have to come to a meeting. Like, some stuff you got to bend on, some stuff you got to stand 10 toes down on, you know? So I believe that's what older now, if I got with somebody now, I probably would be a better husband. Like, I feel I was a great father, but I was an okay husband, you know? So,
Okay.
you know.
Disagreements, man. How you handling them? Are you slapping or what you doing, man?
Head
Don't
between,
slap
what do you
him,
say?
man.
Head
Don't
between
slap
washer and
him.
dryer?
Head between washer and dryer, man. We have a disagreement. I guess, like I said, we just gotta have good communication. But it will get to a point like, all right, now we just running in circles. Hey,
What you doing?
Hey, shit. What you? I'm like, what you doing? I'm gonna ask her, what you doing? What you gonna do? What we doing? We clearly can't come to a understanding. So what you want to do? Like, Hey, I'm leaving it to you.
What you want to do?
Hey, man, well, I'm asking her, like, what you want to do? I be like, hey, go find you a nigga that you looking for then, because I clearly I'm not
you
him.
sent her on her way. Then.
Hey, basically,
disagreement. You said pack it up.
After we keep on having the same argument over and over again, it's not getting settled. And you talking about, well, I'm not doing this or that. I'm like, hey, baby, what you gonna go find a nigga that's gonna make you happy? Because clearly ain't me. Clearly I ain't doing it.
Send her on the way. All right. So firm, but kind of chill at the same time. Send her on the way, Mr. Easy Day.
I was strict over here, man, because I feel like, what are we disagreeing about, right? Like, is it something small? Because if it is, I'm probably not disagreeing. But are you taking me off my track? I think that to your point about like older people, older relationships, I don't think that you didn't have a say. Like, I think about my grandma, right? My granddad used to bring her all the money. She did whatever. Like, he trusted her. But at the same time, like, she was on board. Granddad got to go to work at Ford. This nigga about to go do whatever he was doing. My Uncle Ben. You know, like, that's just kind of what it was, and I was cool with it. I feel like disagreements now, in my experience, right? Failed marriage too, long-term relationships didn't work out. I feel like a lot of my disagreements where I could have handled them better, the other part of me is like, but some of them shouldn't exist. Because it's like, babe, if you're on board,
Absolutely.
if you're on board for the mission, it's like, dog, and I mean this very firmly, like, shut the fuck up. Because some of the questions that you asking me, it's like, you're not helping me with this. You're just trying to challenge me just for the sake of doing
what you
something.
What you gonna do if she don't
right?
shut the fuck up?
Oh, you gotta go, baby. You gotta go. I'll say that. You gotta go.
What you gonna do when she don't shut the fuck up?
She gotta go. And that's probably why we had that conversation in her house, so I can walk out that bad boy, right? Yeah, because like,
y'all putting her head through the washer and dryer if she ain't shut the fuck up.
I'm out.
You know what I think a lot of the problems come from?
I'm out.
I'm gonna tell y'all, you know, just being a little older than y'all, a lot of the problems come from that is we have so many sex partners. You know what I'm saying?
I only got 5, man. I don't know what
You know
y'all
what I'm
talking
saying? We got, you know, when we come, you got a woman that done came to you that done failed so many times. You know what I'm saying? She really don't even respect herself anymore. She done gave herself to so many men and it's been failures. So when she meets you, she coming with the mindset that this could fail too. So, and she's trying to voice her opinion on how she feel because she's failed so many times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, you know, I'm not, you know, me being older, I meet a woman 50, she probably done had 20 sex partners. I'm just keeping it real.
Minimum. I mean, not minimum. Not minimum.
But if you think about it, you know,
approximately.
Because sex is so easy to do now. You know, like these women, they want to be like guys and they out here, you know, so even when a woman gets with a guy, when she breaks up with him, no matter if she cared about it or not, that's still a loss to her. Yeah. Because nobody, I don't believe no women, unless, I'm speaking on women. I ain't speaking on like no girls that's out here tricking for money. I'm talking about women. Every guy that they give themselves to, they hoping he the one.
So when you gotta pick better, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you can't expect the nigga, that, like you said, if she had some loss in the past. If the nigga in the past wasn't doing what he was supposed to, then how you gonna try to come to me, expect me to do it? Like, especially you tell me the nigga wasn't doing it. You think I'm gonna come do what he wasn't doing?
The second part of that too is like, if you blindly follow this bum ass nigga, right? You blindly get this nigga your car to drop you off at work. You blindly pay for everything. I don't move nothing like that. I ain't trying to hear it.
But you gotta think about,
I'm not doing that. I'm not.
A lot of women today
go to therapy, baby.
They examples ain't good. Like they mama wasn't shit, they grandmas wasn't shit, they sisters wasn't shit, and that's what they learn from. It's like learned behavior. It's like how I'm from the hood. You know, I got into stuff like I didn't take school that serious because I hung with guys that was in the street getting money. But if I hung with guys who was serious about education, I probably would have went to college too.
Right.
But I hung, it's just products of your environment. They mama been tricking, you got to think, they mama that had 6, 7 guys come through the house. Yeah. That's all they know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they cool with being losers. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because we the same way. We meet women 4 or 5 times, you sleep with them, you like, I don't want to be with them no more. You know what I'm saying? It's because we were taught that, like back in the day, we were taught that being a man was having a long list of women.
Yeah. Yep.
And really, that wasn't being a man. That was being irresponsible.
100%.
True.
Right.
You
know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But that's what we was taught.
I agree with that.
But we were
Hell
taught
yeah.
that from children. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all that was happening in our neighborhood. All the drug guys were sleeping with all the girls. They had all the money, all the cars.
He was
looking like the man.
All your homies had sleeping girls. Like, after you sleep with,
And that's what I think our relationships, because when you sleep with, I'm just hypothetically speaking, when you sleep with 30 women, she slept with 20 guys, and some of these girls today done slept with women, it's hard for them to find everything in you because they've been out here
too much experience.
They too much experience. They done had guys with large penis, small penis, they done been with women. So it's hard for them to find everything in you, so they get bored quick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with us. We done slept with so many women that we could have a good woman, but we get bored quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we lose out because we have put ourselves out here to be unsuccessful. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't take breaks. They get divorced. 2 months later, they with a new girl. They break up with her. A month later, they with another girl. They break up with this one. 2 weeks, they with another girl. Mm-hmm. That we don't give ourselves, our mental, a chance to heal from
you need a break
the situation.
Go to therapy, baby.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yeah, we all
need therapy.
You're right, though.
And we all need therapy.
I do feel like after breakups, you do need at least some time to yourself to get to know yourself again.
That same stuff.
Yeah, because you jump in another relationship, that shit's gonna just keep on going.
Same
I got
problem.
another relationship one for you guys, man. Y'all did well with that one. It was about how you handle disagreements, and then we got into a lot of different things, man. Breadwinner. Typically, we was raised that the men or the man in that relationship should pursue being the breadwinner, provide, protect. And, obviously we're in a different era where women have more opportunities, thank God, and they can exercise those to make more money. And so you got a lot of relationships now where people are still trying to deal with a woman making as much or more than the man. And what are you guys' thoughts? Is that, I guess my first angle on that is, does making the most money make you the leader in the relationship?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. No first.
Let my man go first.
Y'all go ahead. Y'all got it. I agree with y'all, though. It don't.
Okay. So I think everybody's saying no. So what does make you the leader in a relationship? And is it possible for a woman to be that?
No. I think leadership is vision, to me, right? Like, can I pull this all together? Just because she's making the most money is like, but when it's time for something stressful to happen, or we need to make a quick decision, or shit hit the fan, what do we do? Do you have it? Or are you crying to me? I know you made the position to, I don't know, be top dog doctor. Mm-hmm. You make the money, but I still got to fix all your shit. So it's like the money didn't make you a problem solver. The piece of paper did. Congratulations,
Absolutely.
baby. But it didn't give you all the extra skills that I have to handle, like the capacity.
The relationship is
right. I think capacity is
more to the relationship, but you can't actually. What you're saying is maybe you're not capable still of running a relationship, even though you can provide for it.
If I even need that, right? Like,
if
you can make more money than me, but it's like I don't know if I need that from you. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's just leadership, because if that's the case, do we flip that the same way? Just because I make more money than you do, I'm automatically lead? I don't think that position leadership is the correct form to lead.
That's
to me,
a good
at
point.
least.
No, that's a very good point.
Positional leadership isn't automatic leadership to me.
I think that gets lost in the modern conversation. Is okay. So if the man just makes more money than you, are you willing to submit to his leadership just on the fact that he makes more money? I think the answer we know, many women that we talk to is probably no. Right?
Absolutely not.
I'm not going to just submit to you because you make more money than me. But I think, when you flip it around, a lot of times women will say, well, I make more money than him, so I'm the head honcho, right? I'm the boss house. And it's just like, well, no, that doesn't work the other way. And so it doesn't work in this way either. I think that's what we're saying.
Yeah, let me be clear. That piece of paper, either way, didn't make you a leader.
Right.
It just means you memorize some shit, you pass some tests.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, baby.
Right.
You a good test taker.
That'll make you.
That don't make you a leader.
Make you a leader
on either side, men or women.
Right.
Just to be clear, right?
It's true,
like
yep.
men or women, because I know some dudes lead with the money.
Right.
Bro, you ain't a leader.
They just
But
get
I
right.
do think women are like, hey, I'm here now. But it's like, baby, You ain't got it yet, baby.
And some
You ain't got
households, women are leaders because the dudes just like to take the back seat. So some,
For sure.
if that works for them, that it works for them. But
Is that a man though?
I think
No, we're talking about leaders, man.
my personal opinion is, I believe God made a perfect plan that men need women like women need men.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to give myself, like my wife was better with managing money. She was. And I know I could jack off some bread. You know what I'm saying? My wife was better with that. But I was better at running a household, making sure the kids are straight, making sure everything in the house is good. As a collective, we need each other. And I believe that a great man becomes a super great man with a good woman.
Oh, for sure.
Who understands his
Definitely.
vision, you know what I'm saying? And she's not trying to step on his toes. Because it's a whole bunch of ways a woman can lead you to safety, because she can say, well, hey, baby, maybe we should do it this way. She gives her opinion, and you still got to make the final decision. But her opinion can make you make a better decision.
So help me.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
That's what he just said. It's important that a woman is a helpmate, because if she's constantly bashing you on every decision, what it is now you won't bring stuff to her. And you'll make a decision. You'll make a decision that could help the family or hurt the family.
right,
Because you didn't go over it with her. Because y'all all in that grind together. So I don't believe that it should be my way or the highway.
no.
But I do believe that as the man of the house, God has gave us something inside of us that he didn't give them. We do things off logic mostly. They do things off emotions. Because you heard how many times you heard a woman say, well, I felt like you was cheating. Or I felt like this wasn't right. It didn't mean that you were cheating or what you did wasn't right. It's how they feel. So because they do more things off emotions.
Yeah.
So
Baby, them
I
feelings
think
gonna
it's
leave tomorrow.
I think it's important that a man really takes the time to look at the woman that he chooses to call his wife.
got
'Cause
to.
I remember something that the Honorable Minister Farrakhan said. He said, it's 3 things in life that you got to have. You got to have a woman that has the same vision as you. He said, because a woman that don't have the same vision with you will destroy a household. So that's why it's important that you find a woman that's willing to really, really work with you. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't always make the right decision. You know what I'm saying? But I look at decisions like boxing. A boxer can get knocked down and even lose a fight. But is he willing to get back in the gym and become a great boxer again?
Right.
Muhammad Ali lost fights, but they say he was the greatest because he was willing to go back in the gym and reinvent himself and be even greater.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell, like, a man, you can fail. But is your woman going to crucify you for failing, or is she going to say, baby, don't worry about it. We going to make it through this and we'll get back on track, because we need that. Because
Right. You need somebody there.
especially as a black man, we deal with a lot of stress that a lot of other ethnic groups don't deal with. You know what I'm saying? So we need somebody because sometimes we get down on ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's important to have a woman to say, hey, baby, it's going to be all right. We're going to make it through that.
We're gonna be all right.
So
What
I understand you saying is we as men are born to be the leader. If we so step up and be that, right? Like as a man, you still have to become a leader. But woman, the real secret sauce is really the woman supporting you and being the leader.
Right. Absolutely.
And making you better at
Definitely, I feel like
Absolutely.
women definitely boost you up to be a better person.
Okay.
I
So
agree.
are you saying that even if woman is the breadwinner, do you think that there's an opportunity for a woman to be the leader in a relationship?
Like I said, it are people out there, our relationships out there that women do lead the relationship. So I guess it happens, especially in this day and age. So it does happen.
So you think that is possible?
Yeah.
Okay. I
But
will say this. I will say this.
With certain cats, yeah.
I will say this. I feel like a lot of us, we are speaking, and I'll just speak for myself. I think a lot of times I speak from what I'm capable of. And so I know that I'm a leader, right? In every walk of my life, I'm a leader. And so I would prescribe and say, like, yes, that fits the role for my relationship, right? I do think, to Cognac's point and to some woman's point that might be watching this podcast, that they are suited to be a leader of a family. You know what I mean? Like, there's all different types of people, because we've already acknowledged that there are some men that's not fit to lead. Right. And on the flip side of that, there are some women, through whatever circumstances that they grew up in, whether it be a home that didn't have a father and a mother, or some dynamic there, but they have learned to be leaders. There are some women that have, become suitable to be a leader, right? And I'm not saying perfect, but no man is perfect either at it. So I would just say
But then
that on average,
then they find a man that's they helpmate to help them.
that would
Yeah.
be willing to help
It's like
them.
for my sake, like I wasn't big into the school thing. You know, I grew up, I wanted to be a street dude. I was loving the street life. So I make it my business to go after smart women. You know, because they can teach me stuff. Like, you know, I've dated women who say, "Oh, hey, you need to get this, and you need to invest your money in
That makes
this."
sense, yeah.
You know, I don't want a hood dumb girl.
No.
You know, we can't be
All she
two
gonna do
dummies.
is make you
We can't be
take your
two
money.
dummies together.
You
You know
like,
what
yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
need that support.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
worse
so-
off. I'm gonna be worse off with you.
All
Yeah.
you
You
gonna do
know.
is make you trick off your money, man.
Yeah.
I pick women who I help make me better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's a lot of stuff that I don't know, and it's a lot of stuff that some of these women do know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't want a hood dumb girl. You know, because that just means we two dummies together, and we probably not gonna be successful.
Yeah, you are. Yeah,
You know, I
I'm
need women because I've had women tell me stuff about, you know, invest your money in this, and you know, you ever looked up this and this and that, and stuff that I just truly didn't know. They may have had parents or did the research to know. You know, I've learned stuff from my nephew. Like he'd be like, "Hey, man, you need to check this out and do this." You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't in that field. You know, I grew up. I graduated in the '80s.
Yeah, all right.
Like, and then I came from parents who didn't know. You know, my mother didn't know anything about a Roth, 401k. You know what I'm saying? She didn't know anything about the stock market or my dad. You know, my mother never worked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and my father was just the average dude. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't pass that on to me. So I learned a lot of stuff from your generation because y'all got more stuff at hand that y'all can teach. You know, I sometimes don't say nothing. I sit back, but I'm listening. Like, okay, Leah, let me check that out. You know, that made some sense. You know what I'm saying? So I know me, like, I wasn't the smartest dude in school, and I didn't take school serious, so I can't pick dumb women. I can't afford to be with a dumb woman.
Can't.
You know what I'm saying? I always, when I meet a
Hey,
woman,
none of us can.
None
when
of
I
them
meet
is,
a woman,
real
because
talk.
one thing about my brother, I got my brother Don. He used to always talk to me, and my brother Don is special. But he always told me it's 3 types of women. It's women you friend, it's women you have fun with, and it's women you marry. You better know the difference between the 3, because if you marry the one you should have friend and the one you should have fun with, you gonna have a bad relationship.
Yeah, you're gonna have a long life. You're gonna be a tough life, man.
It's gonna be a tough life.
I
Hard knock
got
life.
one last relationship question for you guys, man, because we running up on the time. Tell me this, man. We're talking a lot about picking a proper partner. Why do men tend to stay with women in relationships where they're unhappy?
They comfortable. They scared. They be scared to leave.
scared?
Yeah, they get too comfortable. They scared to leave. They scared of the unknown. They been with her for a couple of years and they just don't know what's out there. You know, the dating game changed. Man, they go out there looking like Wizards Michael Jordan. Can't talk to a
They
chick.
don't know how to use Tinder?
Yeah, don't know how to use a dating app. So they don't know how to go to the bar and talk to some shit. Yeah, it's just a game. Yeah, they just scared. They don't know how to do it. All their friends in a relationship happy and shit. Now you up there mad with this chick up there cussing you out every day. You up this unhappy. They just scared.
Okay, they scared, man, but staying unhappy. All right.
I think it comes to a lot of guys haven't educated themselves.
Okay.
And, you know, they get these women, they on Section 8. It's just somewhere to stay. You know, it's somewhere. Honestly, like some guys ain't got nowhere to go.
Right.
You know, if they ain't got family that's going to house them. You know, so if they leave this woman,
They ain't got
they
nothing
in the
else.
streets.
Yeah.
You know, they living in their homeboy basement.
If
You
that.
know, if that. You know, so a lot of guys, I just believe it comes from the education level.
Okay.
You know, you just ain't put yourself out there to be able to take care of yourself. So you living off women, you know. And it's scary to be out there on your own when you know you ain't right.
You ain't right. Like
You
said.
know,
It gets
you ain't
cold
got no
outside.
money, you ain't got no bank account, and she talking about get out. You like, baby, please don't leave me out here. I don't want to be under the bridge on 8 Mile.
You out there fake crying and shit, trying to tell her you gonna do right.
Baby, I love you. Don't do this. I messed up. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's the easy day.
I'm a mix the two, right? We not super poor, and we do well, right? But we still both comfortable. I'm gonna come from the time angle. I think that it's better to deal with the devil I know than the devil I don't, and I think that's why a lot of
True
people
that.
stay, right? It's like I know what I'm getting here. Listen, I know that you're gonna argue. I know this is gonna piss you off. I know how to coddle you. But I need my dick sucked I can, and I'm just gonna kind of focus on like, at least you do these 3 things, and it's easier for me to get these 3 things.
That's facts.
Versus, and I know how to like mitigate these problems. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm at the bar, whatever. As opposed to me going to get a whole new set of problems.
Whole new
Yeah,
you don't,
nah,
that you
yeah.
don't know.
These unknown problems, these whatever. It's like, And this, it's not even that it works, but it's like, but to Cognac's point, it's comfortable at least, right? So it's almost like I'm taking that it's not that bad versus me going to go find something that's just fucking horrible. And I'm
It'd
like,
be
well, shit, I
worse.
should have kept.
Yeah, it'd be worse.
I
Like,
should have
damn,
kept my
I'm-
ABC problem. Now I got XYZ problem. This is way worse. I don't even trust
and
this
she
bitch.
swinging
like,
on me.
Man,
The last one
now-
wasn't swinging
look,
on me.
now I'm in cuffs. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
now she putting hands on me.
and I'm not saying that's the right approach, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like, dog, you can go find a person for you. It's going to take time. It's going to probably take some time by yourself. We brought up God. We brought up therapy. Like, you probably need to go do the work. So I do think they are partly lazy. But for the sake of understanding, it's like, bro, like I said, I'd rather deal with
Yeah,
I rather deal with the shit
think
I know.
What you got, three guys said, man, it's somewhere in between, ignorance. It's somewhere in between, laziness and then
Finances.
strategy. The last one is really strategy.
Some of
It's
you niggas
really,
bums, though, the real talk.
being
Some of these
comfortable,
niggas bums, yeah.
right? It's like
The bum was
when
getting
Miss
the
CJ
baddest
said
though.
about, being comfortable is a real thing. Being ignorant, not knowing how to approach moving on, fear. All those things, I think, for men, are reasons. I think what I see a lot of, if I was just to pick one, would be the comfortableness. I think a lot of men
For sure.
are pursuing goals while dating women, and it becomes a thing of this is just convenient because if I go through this with this other person, I got too much stuff going on. I don't have the mental capacity to
Deal with somebody
reinvest
else.
in somebody else. So I see a lot of that. I see a lot of men sticking in relationships where it's just comfortable. It doesn't take a lot of brain power. It's not super satisfying for them, but it's enough to keep them there. And
Keep them going, yeah.
they can figure out the rest later is what they kind of probably tell themselves.
And then men have a lot of ego. Even when men leave women, they feel like it's a loser. Because it's a proven fact that women file for divorce 93% of the time. Men
Damn, I ain't never
Yeah.
heard it that high, dude.
I say, wait a minute.
You can look it up. You can look it up.
I ain't never heard it that
You can look it up.
100%.
Hey,
dog.
dog, men will separate, but very few men file for divorce. Like they'll separate.
93%,
They said it's
that shit
90%.
wow,
Dude, it's
dog.
crazy. They say it's 93%. And you know what's crazy? In the black community, they say it's almost like 82% of women file for divorce. Men, we don't file
It's
for divorce.
better than in the black community.
Yeah,
Shit.
no, it's like women always file for divorce. Like we are, you've been divorced, Did you file? Your woman filed. I didn't file, my woman filed.
I filed.
You filed? Okay.
75%.
Yeah, it's 75. See, that's
high
high.
as hell. That is high.
And then you think about
it
it,
ain't
'cause-
93, but it is higher than I thought.
No,
I thought
but
it was
if
closer
when they
in
talk
the
about
60s or something
all
like
the relationship, they say it's like 92% of women file, like white, black. Like white women don't file as much as black women.
Hey, we changed the statistic. We 2 for 1.
Yeah.
I filed 2, man.
You felt it.
And it's just like a lot of times, like we don't do it because we always feel like we can fix it.
I think that I do agree with that.
because we're
I do agree with
as
that.
a man.
Yeah, I do agree with
Because like even as I got more spiritually and I got more into the Bible, and I study both. I do my King James and I do my Quran. I felt like my relationship failed because of me.
Yeah,
You know,
my-
me too.
because I'm not gonna let a
He
woman
said
dictate.
college educated women file 90% of the time.
Yeah,
College educated women file 90% of the time.
because
That's wild.
Cindy Lauper told the
Got to
truth.
reevaluate what I'm doing.
Hey, Cindy Lauper told the truth. Girls just want to have fun. Like husbands are the most boringest people in the world because we not the guy that's sleeping with them in the car after the club because we focused on raising the kids, making sure that
Building
the
something.
bills is paid. We were focused on
Or-
that. We not fun no more. We not the guy that they met, like the guy that was banging them in the back of the club, or we not that guy no
Yeah,
more.
true.
Because our focus on what's important to us changes.
Or for
Because
the
we got a family, children. I got to make sure that I got insurance on these Negroes. I got to make sure that I can provide for them. When the doors break in the house, I got to be the one to fix it. Our priorities become different and we become boring.
Or for like you said, or the college woman that's filing for the divorce. We seen that Tyler Perry movie when old girl feel like she making all this money. She felt
can
like
do
her,
better,
Well,
yeah.
that's where
Yeah,
the
it felt like her.
leadership
Yeah,
question
her
come in
husband
at,
was
really.
beneath her,
Yeah.
so she's sleeping with her boss and stuff. So like say they think you beneath them, so they think they can find better when they can't. So they start filing for divorce. Now she at your door crying, "We want you back." So
All right, man. Hey, before we close this out, man, y'all got to meet my uncle Sherrod, man.
Beatie,
Great-
man.
Beatie,
man.
Beatie,
Don't get
man,
my
my
first
bad,
name.
my
Don't
bad,
get
my
my
bad,
government,
my
man.
bad,
Don't get my
man,
government.
my
People
bad,
start
man.
thinking they know me. They get my government.
We'll
They think they
edit
know
that
me.
out. We'll clip that. We'll clip that, man. Well, my uncle Beatty, man. But just to get to know, just really quick, man, we don't have a whole lot of time, but what inspired you, man, to get into the bar and the lounge business?
Actually, you know, my partner, Steve, shout out to him. He's the guy that's, you know, the head honcho at the bar. You know, me and him always had a great relationship, and he brought me in, you know, to help him with parties and promotion, because I always been a party promoter guy.
Okay.
So, you know, he brought me in to help him out, you know, and things. And, you know, me and him just had a great chemistry, you know, and he brought me in, and because I didn't know nothing about the bar game. You know, he showed me the ropes, and he showed me what make a bar pop, what make it don't. And he needed me to, because I throw parties and I promote, and I'm good with people.
Yeah, you know how to spark up a conversation on Facebook for sure.
I'm more than that. I'm more than that. But
you can get people
I'm
talking.
just good. I'm good with, you know, people, and I know what, because bars always got to reinvent themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he running the bar, and he's going through the day-to-day activities, making sure we got alcohol, making sure everybody get paid. And I make sure, like, that we continue to make money.
Yeah, keep it packed.
I keep the bar packed, you know, because one thing about the bar, like, especially in the city, the bar can pop for 3 years because it's the new bar.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't reinvent that bar in 3 years, they go to the next new bar. Mm-hmm. So you got to always kind of reinvent the bar. If it ain't nothing but remodeling, and he's great at that. You know, he's great at changing the look of the bar. And shouts out to my man Steve.
Shout out Steve.
That's my guy, you know, and he have showed me a lot about the bar, and I've learned a lot from him, you know. So it's just really, I'm a people person. I love people. You know, the conversation in the bar with people is cool, and it's just something I always was into. Like, I like the bar life. You know, I'm a bar life guy.
No.
And just him giving me a chance to be a part of that with him, you know, I got to get shouts out to him.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have done that on my own, because I got a successful job. You know what I'm saying? I've been on my job 30 years. And I got other things I do. He brought me into that, you know, to be a part of that with him.
Yeah, so, no, man.
You know, shouts out to him.
I would say it's right up the alley in what you do, though, because, like, just growing up on 6 Mile, me in a different era than you, just walking through the neighborhood, everybody knew you. You know what I mean?
Right.
When they knew my last name, they knew, you
affiliated with him.
Yeah. So, like, you got a good following. People trust and respect you, man. So I think you definitely doing what you have built up a relationship, you know, trusting people to do, man.
Because I'm loyal.
Yeah.
Like, I don't bring people in my circle that I don't feel got the best interest in me at heart.
Yeah.
And I don't mess with nobody that I don't feel like got the best interest in them at heart.
Yeah.
Like, me and my guy, we've been together 15 years now. We ain't never had no real argument.
Yeah.
Because we on the same page. You know what I'm saying? He put something out to me, I put it into play. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Beatty, I want this to happen at the bar. I'll make it happen.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And we got another guy with us, Nick. You know, he on the same page with us too. So the three of us together make a real good combination to keeping the bar going, you know.
What's the toughest part about running the bar?
Employees.
I bet.
Employees. Like,
figure that out.
you know, a lot of employees don't see the same vision that you see. They just at the bar. You know what I'm saying? And to be totally honest, like, we run the bar, but they come to see the bartenders and barmaids.
Oh, yeah.
And if they're not promoting themselves, sometimes the bar can be unsuccessful. You know, so it's important that the waitresses and bartenders promote themselves, because they're actually a business inside of the business.
Yeah.
You know, because we not paying them a lot. You know, they make a lot of their money off tips.
Kind of like DJs. They
make a lot of their money like tips. And of course, that means a lot too, like certain DJs. Like, we have guest DJs that can pack the house. Like if you was a popular DJ and we put it on our page, hey, we got DJ KB coming in the house, rock the house. People gonna come because they follow you.
Yeah.
So like, it's always time that you need to promote the bar. The bar is it's a constant promotion. Like, you could be popping in 2023 and be dead in 2024 if you don't get. And promoters mean a lot.
Yeah.
Promoters mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely.
say, for instance, I'm on your podcast. You know, y'all podcast. If y'all said, hey, we gonna be at Drinkwell Sunday doing our podcast live there, people that follow y'all podcast are coming to our bar.
That's what we want to do.
You know, and then what it is, they be like, oh, shoot, this is a nice bar. They come back, you know. So everything, like, we always doing stuff to help bring people into the bar. Because it's 100 bars that people can go to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to make your bar where people say, I like that bar, I want to come there. You know, they treat me right. You know, we get good respect from them. It ain't no fights. You know, it ain't no crazy stuff going on. It's a lot to running the bar. It ain't just open the bar and say, hey, it's going to pop. You know. So music, DJs, all of that play a part. Like how y'all got y'all back guy who make everything y'all do look better.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So
yeah, everybody play a part.
everybody play a part. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It
Hey, I
ain't
gotta-
just y'all up here talking. Y'all got somebody behind you that edit and say, this is what's going to make the podcast look good. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
So that's how it is in the bar, too.
I got one personal question, man. You got, I might say the number wrong. You got a lot of brothers and sisters. You got brothers and sisters. You got
2 sisters, 3 brothers.
all right,
Ken,
man.
Down, Lawrence, Lucille.
A lot of people nowadays, man, they don't have a lot of brothers and sisters, man. I just, what is they missing out on?
Oh, man. it's crazy because each one of my brothers brings something different.
all.
You know, like my brother Ken, he installed in me the value of keeping a job, working. You got to have a job. You got to work. You got to work. My brother Don taught me how to be tough and stand on my 10 toes on what I believe in and stand on it. Don't break down. Like, I even learned stuff from my sister. Like my sister Lucille, she taught me how to be independent, to be able to stand on my own toes and make it. Because she always made it without a lot of help, but she always stayed on top. You know, she always brought that in me. And, you know, it's just like having so many people to look at their mistakes. I done seen failed marriages. I done seen, you know, failed relationships. I done seen things go good. I done seen how if you save your money, you can have that. And if you do this, it's going to mess up, you know. It's a lot of things. That
Anything you could do without, though.
anything out of my family I can do. Actually, I can't. Like, I got like the perfect family. Like all of us get along.
Now you
know, I got to
the
keep it
Brady
real.
bunch.
I got to keep it real. We like the Brady bunch. Like I ain't never had no fights with none of my brothers. You know, I ain't never like said I ain't messing with none of my brothers or sisters. Like even you being my nephew, it ain't no nephews that I don't like.
Yeah.
Like we a real tight knit family. Like we at every event together. Everybody cool. It ain't no like I don't really mess with this brother.
No, we are.
You know,
family
we
like that.
all real. Like I can't really say nothing wrong about my family.
I know.
To be
I will
totally
say
honest.
this because you making it seem like everybody cool. If we was at Thanksgiving, it'd be some stuff. You know what I mean? We. It ain't like we beefing, but we would be arguing about LeBron. We would be arguing about shit.
Hold on. That's GOAT LeBron. GOAT LeBron. It ain't just regular
Hey,
LeBron.
man.
That's
It was
GOAT
Thanksgiving.
LeBron.
It's like,
Thanksgiving,
everybody
man.
on the same page. We ain't all kumbaya. Like we get heated in the conversations, man. It ain't.
But it's just conversation. It's never like
Yeah,
we leave
no,
out
for
of
sure,
there
for
like,
sure.
oh man, I ain't messing with Ray no more, man. I'm sick of this.
we-
You know what I'm
we-
saying? We don't never leave out like that.
it's just like the barbershop, man.
Yeah, it's
You
like the
just
barbershop.
Chop
'Cause
it up and move on.
like I say stuff that my older brothers don't agree with about Michael Jordan. You know, I'll be like, Michael Jordan came in a perfect time. He was a phenomenon. It was nobody else in the league like him. I said, but would Michael Jordan be that same guy if he played against the Kawhi Leonards, the Stephs, where he had to play real defense? The guys that's going to be going at his head.
Who's checking him though?
They had hand checking
Who's,
back then.
who's
so I
checking?
ain't
Who's
tryna-
checking Jordan right now?
You know, but I believe Jordan would still be Jordan.
50.
You know, no, he won't be. Because guess what?
50.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. Listen,
50.
You won't do 50 because you got to play harder on defense.
No, it was.
He had to play.
It's easier defense.
It's easier
It's
defense.
easier
Nah,
football.
but I'm just saying these guys are scoring. You
Bro,
still got to chase them around.
You ain't going to the league and slap my Bill and beer no more. Like
Kobe actually. Hey, listen. Kobe actually was a better Michael Jordan. He had the same game as Michael Jordan with a better jump shot.
and I'm a
He
Kobe
didn't-
fan, but I
he
can't.
didn't
I can't even
average
go for that
50.
one.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to average 50. I don't care how good you can shoot.
I don't know. Kobe did kind of like.
Like Kobe had a year where he averaged
kinda
34,
he went
but
crazy,
34 ain't nothing like 50.
Nah, he was that year. He had like 36, 37 was his average.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
he
saying,
still
he
didn't
had
win the
two-
MVP.
And
He
still,
had 2 months scoring 40. Like
Yeah.
but it still ain't 50. You understand? What a better
He
jump
was
shot.
scoring about 50 every game. He was like 45,
And then-
54.
and then you
like,
gotta think about this.
shit.
You gotta think
It's
about this.
50, and then he probably hit the 81 that year too.
And I tell things like this, like
like
Michael
250,
Jordan,
shit.
they did everything to make Michael Jordan successful. They took away the zone defense. You know what I'm saying? Because Kobe came up in the era where they had the zone defense. He couldn't just run in there. Michael Jordan didn't have nobody. Once he got past his man.
But they was fouling though.
yeah.
he
And
was,
he was
hold on,
hand-checking.
elbow in the face.
Yeah,
Like,
listen.
They was pulling him out the air.
Y'all talking about 80s basketball. 90s, Michael Jordan had it easy. Michael Jordan had it easy in the 90s.
They still had
They,
Oakley.
they brought in the flagrant
Charles
foul.
Oakley was.
I'm gonna tell
They
you-
were still fouling though.
But I'm saying they still was fouling, but they couldn't foul like the Lambeer fouls. You know, they was fouling, but they couldn't foul. And
still
then you
hit
got to
you,
think
though.
about this.
And it's
you
super-
got to think about this.
Look at the phantom fouls they call now.
If you got to think about this, if you the best player in the league, right, and it's nobody to really give you, because you got to think, look who he played in the finals. The guy who checked him was Jeff Hornacek.
Come on, man.
I can score 30 on Jeff Hornacek.
No, that's not like
Ray could score probably 40 on Jeff
They had
Hornacek.
Jeff Hornacek, but they had Karl Malone. They had good players.
No, I'm saying but Karl Malone didn't check.
We're gonna stop this.
Karl Malone didn't check Michael Jordan.
Hey, Steph Curry didn't check LeBron.
Exactly.
Come on, man. Steph Curry didn't
And
check
guess
LeBron.
what? LeBron averaged a triple-double in the finals.
And he still lost.
Every
He
year.
lost.
He still lost. But you
still
know why?
lost.
Because he had 5 other brothers who could shoot the ball out the ball on the opposite team.
Come
He
on,
went
man.
up
Let's
against
not
a
do
team.
that. Let's not do
Listen,
that.
Big old James though.
Michael Jordan never played against a team that had Steph Curry, Clay, Kevin Durant, which Kevin Durant probably is the most purest scorer
He played
in
against
basketball.
He played against Kevin Durant with the Warriors one time, but he lost to him multiple. He played against Kevin Durant.
No, he lost to him
twice.
Twice. He lost to him
Twice.
twice. And I'm saying this was the great. You got to remember, this was a team that won.
But how many times did he lose to
This
him
was a
without
team
him?
that won
Twice,
what,
right?
82 games?
Twice.
Yeah.
And then they got the
once.
second best. They got the second best player in the league on top of being the greatest team. Because it was either LeBron or Kevin Durant. LeBron, Kevin Durant.
It was
LeBron,
Jordan or Karl
Kevin Durant.
Malone for a long time too.
No,
Karl
it
Malone
wasn't.
It
was
was
the second
Jordan.
in scoring.
It was either
Yes,
Jordan
it was.
or it was
But
Charles
listen,
Barkley.
it's
Come
the-
on, man.
It's the
Yeah.
difference of the eras
Clyde
because
Drexler. Come on.
you got to think. We talk about those guys, but LeBron had to play against Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant. He had to play against all these guys.
Everybody you
was
name,
tough. Because if
everybody you
look-
name, Jordan got some people to name just like that
but
too.
if you look at no, you don't. If
Yes,
you
he
look
does.
at
And,
if you
and
look
LeBron
at the
was
top,
losing.
listen, if you look at the top 5
LeBron was
shooting
losing.
guards, the top 5 shooting guards, you know the only 2 that's from Michael Jordan era, what they are? Reggie Miller, Michael Jordan.
All right,
Everything
this is
else.
what I'm saying because this conversation can go on forever,
Yeah.
and we don't have that much time. But what I will say
Hey,
is
I
you
was
can't
there.
really compare.
Grant Hill was there.
Yeah,
Eras.
you
You
can't
can't
really
play eras.
compare
Yeah.
Come on,
eras,
man.
right? Like,
Y'all act
like
like-
if
y'all
we
hold
go
on.
back to the 70s, there's even less players that play like they play today. If you go back
Absolutely.
to the 60s, there's even less.
Jordan
It's
did
just-
play in the 90s, though.
it's
Hold on,
just
wait.
the era-
He played in the 90s, too. He played against Grant Hill. He played against Orlando Meadows.
Did you
But
see what
Orlando-
Grant Hill
he
did to
played
him?
against Orlando Shaq. He
Hold
played
on, did you
against,
see what Grant Hill did to him?
Reggie Miller.
But what I want to
but
say,
Jordan
but
still won.
That's irrelevant.
He played
Yeah, that's
against
irrelevant.
AI.
What he did was
played
win.
Against, he played
That's
against
irrelevant.
He
That's
wins.
irrelevant. What he's doing is winning, and I think that's what you can only take from each era is who's
Right.
winning in that era.
Right.
And Jordan was dominant, and not to say LeBron wasn't, but Jordan was as dominant as we've seen as a lead on a team.
I do say Jordan is the GOAT, though.
and he really transcended sports, all
Yeah.
sports. Like
All
I
sports.
think if you look at football, hockey, whatever, baseball, it's a lot of all-time greats. But I think even if you ask amongst them who's the greatest, a lot of them will say Michael Jordan in any sport.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, and I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of them will say Michael Jordan.
But
is
I gotta
the all-time
say,
greatest.
Michael Jordan's record against the dynasties are not good. He was 3-0
Because he
against
played
Boston.
him he played him early in his career
was
though. He
one-
played him like in his
he was
first
one-
couple of
And
years
look
in
at
his career.
LeBron's.
was 1
and look at
4.
LeBron's.
He
was-
played him early in his career.
LeBron
LeBron
beat
was
all
getting
the-
swept.
and look at-
Hey,
LeBron was
LeBron-
getting swept.
Actually, LeBron beat all the dynasties.
LeBron was getting swept.
He beat the great San Antonio team.
He also lost to
With
him.
Wade, with a
He
with a
also
Wade
lost to
though.
him
He also
too,
lost
right?
too.
Yeah, he
Wade-
lost to the Spurs.
Wade
He lost to
yeah.
the Spurs. He lost to the Mavs. He lost to the Warriors, right? So he
Yeah.
won,
He
but
lost
he
to
also
Boston.
lost to all of them.
But
He
he
lost to
didn't
Boston.
have the best team. Like
No, come on.
No,
Every
man.
year
It don't
they
work
win.
that way.
Listen,
It don't work that way.
This
That's always
heavy
It don't work
Zan
that way.
That's
episode 2. That's episode 2.
Michael Jordan.
No. We gotta.
Michael Jordan had the
we gotta
best
go.
team every finals he played in.
All right. Listen,
He was
y'all,
the underdog.
continue in the
He's the
chat.
greatest player, that's why.
Hey, continue with the
He's the
chat,
greatest
y'all.
player. That's why.
We got it going
I
on,
give it to him.
man.
I
We
give it
got
to him.
old school, new school, LeBron, Michael Jordan. Y'all continue it in the chat, man. We got to go, man. Appreciate the producer for letting us stay in here for this time. It's snowing like crazy outside. Safe travels. We appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe. This is
Comment.
episode 2, Heavy Stand
Season 2,
Podcast.
episode 2.
We'll see y'all later.
We out.
Peace.